That's better, we can get stopped for a minute. Right, so today's been a bit of a reality check really, and it's made us feel a little bit reflective. This morning I had the bank manager, the business bank manager, come up for a site visit. Now, some of you will already understand all of this, but for those that don't, if you're a sole trader, so if your business is just in your name and you operate from home, then you don't have to have a business bank account. You can kind of just do it through your own bank account. But when you're in a situation like my company, GNAR, and you're a limited company, you have to have a business bank account. Now, it's not just as easy as going and opening an account. You actually have to have 9 times out of 10 there's a site visit, but there's always an interview. And they can just say, do you know what, I'm not seeing it. We don't really want to offer you an account. So the site visit today was, in the lead up to it, was a bit of a worry, because obviously, you know, it's something I need. But actually, in reality, it turned out to be fine. When I bring other mountain bikers up here, and especially when I've brought trail builders in to kind of consult, so to speak, it's easy for them to get pumped about the idea and say, oh, this is going to be rad, excellent, can't wait for you to open. When you're bringing in somebody from a banking background, you're laying yourself bare, so to speak, and you're showing them round, and I'm showing them round an unfinished project, so it's a bit like somebody coming into your house, your living room, before you've tidied up. But you're having to show them around, having to explain, and having to kind of say, I hope you can see what I'm doing here. But it would be very easy for them, and wouldn't be that surprising for them to turn around and say, I can't really see it, it's not something we want to do. So actually today turned out really well, so that was cool. But one of the things that's kind of made us a bit reflective on it is she reminded me that I'd actually been to see her for a meeting regarding a bank loan for setting up 3 years ago, and I didn't have a site. I didn't have any kind of anything physical other than a business plan for what I wanted to do, and what I wanted to do was find a site and set off from there. So I thought I'd been on with this for two and a bit years, but no, it's actually 3. It's just over 3. And then this, just a couple of hours ago, something else happened that I'd been trying to make happen, and wasn't that easy to coordinate. But as you've seen on previous videos, I've been going around putting road beds in and drainage. Now, road beds, again, I'm going to be teaching some of you how to suck eggs, but I don't mean to. Just for some of you that don't know the score, you've got to build a road bed first, and you've got to put its drainage in. But doing that, you can do that with a digger, and just crack on. But you're not going to be able to have numbers of cars drive on that track until you get it. The phrase for it is metaling, where you actually put a hard crust on the top of the surface. So I've got all the beds in, got all the drainage in. It's now just to surface, and it's quite an expensive job, to be quite honest with you. We're looking at just over $3,000. Now, again, at this kind of crucial time, I was really conscious of cocking that up, because everybody makes mistakes, and we learn from our mistakes, and I'm human, and that's fine. I've got no issue with it at all. I suppose, if anything, you hope that you learn enough from your mistakes so that you can smell the next ones coming and do something to avoid them. But at this stage, with starting off with X amount of money, and then it's cost to get to here, that amount of money dwindles down, and at this stage it really wasn't a time where I could afford to cock up the spending of £3,000 odd. So I've had to do my research a bit, and I've had to find some good suppliers, but that at the same time there's some time scales to fit in with as well. I kind of need it doing now, and as I say, just a couple of hours ago, the last phone call was in. and from Monday I've got the dumper coming in, and I've got the first load of hardcore coming in, so I can really crack on and get these roads done. So it's a massive weight off my shoulders. You guys are probably thinking, oh, well, whatever, just crack on, do the road, but it's, you know, it's been quite a worry and quite a concern, and I'm just really pleased to have that done now. Obviously, getting the roads in, that then turns a whole corner for the it really does turn a corner for the whole of the bike park, and it means a kind of a new era and a new entering into a new section, the kind of the pre-opening section. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm looking forward to getting that done. I'll apologise again, because at this stage, when I had it all, I mean, even 3 years ago, when I had it all planned out in my head, I wanted to be able to give as many updates as possible during the build. I'm kind of down to one a week at the moment, but this is just because things are really busy, and I'm running around like a headless chicken, to be honest. But you know, it's just the situation we are, so I'm hoping to pick up on more of those. And to be fair, the kind of content of the videos and content of future videos, I think, is going to be much more interesting anyway, because I'm sure it'll be more interesting for you to see what happens in these final stages of the park opening, and what happens with when the build crew come in, and what happens with test days, and I think that'll just be more interesting to see anyway. We'll start actually featuring some other people in these videos rather than just me. So I am going to be honest with you, I'm going to sit here for 5 minutes. The sun's come out, and I'm just going to have a bit of a rest, and I'll crack on with the next part of. Some of these branches are a little bit low, good for cars, but they're a little bit low for the truck, and so I just want, rather than kind of risk putting a bloody truck windscreen out, which would be more cost, I just want to make sure that I've knocked some of them off and heightened the ceiling, so to speak. So I'll crack on with that for a second, sit and have a drink. You should probably let you have a look and see what's behind you, because this is what I'm. I'll sit back down so you can see. I don't know if this will show up, because it never really does landscaping very well, but this is the view. That's over towards crikey, I've forgotten the moor's name, but anyway, it's just over from where the Lakeland Fells are over there. I bet that's not poking through the trees. We'll have a look. Now maybe we can see Saddleback. It's got the clouds. It's only just those Lakeland Fells have only just kind of appeared back out of the clouds in the last couple of hours, I suppose, since Tony rang me. So only kind of appeared in the last couple of hours. Otherwise, it's been a bit of a grey day. Anyway, sun's out now, so make hay while the sun shines. I hope to get another video up soon, and enjoy your weekend.